Hi guys, welcome back. Today, it's just to touch on your weaknesses. Biggest thing to avoid is just sitting there and saying, well, I haven't got any weaknesses. And again, this is a common thing that people do if you haven't been shown, especially young people. Everybody has them. And really what we're looking for is just self-awareness, which means you've recognized that you've got a weakness, but more importantly, you've done something about it. Second thing to avoid is talking about weaknesses that are relevant to the role. So if you're applying for a customer service role and you say your biggest weakness is customer service, we've got a problem. So always make sure that you read the job description, and you've got to question yourself, is that if you are applying for something and you feel you're quite weak at it, maybe it's not the career for you. So they're the two things to avoid, just in summary. Number one, don't say that you haven't got any weaknesses, because everyone has. And number two, make sure you don't talk about weaknesses that are relevant to the role. So what we're going to do, as ever, is go into the next segment and teach you how to answer the question. So guys, the key to answering this question effectively is step one, brainstorm. What this means is list out all the ideas where you were once weak, but you're now pretty good. You've actually overcome the challenge and you're, as I say, excelling at what you do now. So if you're in school, college, university, and you're listening to this right now, perhaps it's presenting in front of an audience was the thing for you. Maybe it's a math problem. Maybe it's creative writing. Maybe it's IT like Excel, and a lot of people struggle with different software packages initially when they get them. So all we're looking for, again, tell a story, make a point. So that leads us then into step two, which is CAR. And as you know by now, that means context, action, result. Context, what's the weakness? Where were you working? So in this particular case, the weakness might be presenting, and it might be in school. The action, what steps did you take to overcome it? And the R is the result, so what happened? And that's how you structure your answer. And again, as you know by now, you don't memorize answers, you use the structure to be able to organize your thoughts. The next step is the answer, which would sound something like this. In school, I was really weak at presenting to other people in the class. I tried to avoid it because I didn't know what to say and I was scared. But it's something I knew I wanted to overcome. The action that I took was to learn from a teacher. He taught me how to start and finish the presentation, as well as structure it. He also suggested that I begin to practice in front of a camera so I could recognize my mistakes, but also learn from them. And then the final step was just to present in front of smaller groups just to build confidence. This was initially in groups of 2 to 4, and then 6 to 10. The result is I now feel much more comfortable. I've just delivered a presentation in front of my whole business studies class, and I've achieved an excellent grade. So instead of avoiding presentations, I now look forward to delivering them. And that's my approach to overcoming weaknesses. So again, guys, hope what you recognize there is the difference between the poor and the really good answer. Poor one is a one-word answer, or I haven't got any weaknesses. The good one, you recognized it, you're self-aware, and you've taken the action steps to overcome it. So you see quite clearly there the difference between the answers. And again, that's what can make the difference between you getting the job or not. So what we're going to do next is go into a bit more detail on a few competency-based questions. So let's move to the next video.